he was working on.
I can tell my story, no problem. So let's see if we are on air already.
We're on.
We're on, okay. I need confirmation on YouTube site. I think we are, but I don't see it yet. So yeah,
Hey,
Google Summer
hello,
Code. Yeah,
everybody.
hello everyone.
Hi.
As usual, Kirk, Andrei, and Nick are here to discuss some hacking, vibe hacking, AI hacking, manual hacking of Postgres, right? So since Andrea mentioned that the Google Summer of Code deadline for application from open source project itself, from Postgres side is
Yeah.
approaching, right? From
Uh,
for
pro projects, organizations apply next week, but to apply, they need some project ideas.
right, and in the past you were a mentor, right?
Yes, I was 8 times or 7 times. I do not remember.
Wow, cool. That's cool. And I promised to tell my story, but let's discuss first why we need to what exactly we are going to do now. I want to distribute links so guys could join.
I think that we should propose several topics that are like core Postgres topics. There are many extensions and systems, like tools, projects. But what I really miss in Google Summer of Code these days is core hacking stuff. Like what you was working on when you was a student?
So I promised to tell my story. Okay. It was 20 years ago,
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
2006, and I was still PhD student focusing on relational plus non-relational um, models, right? And at that time, JSON was, I think it even didn't exist. It was created later, or maybe it was not popular at all. There was YAML that time, I think, and actually I learned about YAML from Hubert Depeche next year in 2007. So anyway, I will return to this. I needed to find some topic for my PhD work, and also I wanted to contribute to Postgres. It was actually ideas of people around me. I was lucky to hear about Postgres that it exists, and so I chose XML. There was a contrib module XML2 already created by Pavel Shtechel, right? And idea was let's bring it to core, data type and functions. It was not so. It was syntax sugar basically. It was not index at all. Like so, only B3 along some paths were possible. So it's not a big work in general, right? Just let's take contrib module, bring it to core, but also let's make it closer to standard, right? So
You
part
have to read
third.
the standard.
Yes, part 13, I think. Part 13 it was just published, I think, in
just
2000.
one part.
In
That's doable.
2003, I think it was published. It's called SQL XML/XML. So and I applied and I was chosen, and my mentor was Peter Eisentraut. So Google paid me, I think, 4.5K or 5K $1,000. Not K thousand, just 1,000, right? Because otherwise it's million.
Yeah. You
Yeah, yeah,
wish.
yeah. It was interesting, like to receive checks and go to bank, local bank, and then bank sends it back to Washington or something to to verify. It was crazy. But anyway, I got paid, and Peter Eisentraut did a lot of work to clean my dirty code, And I know after, so long story short, it was merged to Postgres 8.3 in 2008. It was released. In 2007, Peter and I went to Ottawa to speak at PGCon about this. I felt that I had huge imposter syndrome, huge, like C code, like
Every
And
year on PG development conference, I have this imposter syndrome.
yeah,
Already
yeah,
many years of imposter
yeah.
syndrome.
So I took somebody else's work, contrib model, brought it to core with a lot of mistakes. People fixed
New mistakes.
new
Like you
mistakes.
introduced
Yeah,
several bugs.
try to be close to standard, but of course Peter, like Peter is now participating in standard development, right? If I'm not mistaken, so it's absolutely different level. And eventually it worked, and I was like, okay, it's a good adventure, but imposter syndrome was so huge, so I said, okay, not C coding for me anymore. It's not for me.
Hmm.
This was my experience because it was too hard, and I saw that other people fix after me too much. This is like my experience. But anyway, I think I contributed still. Like I still think a lot of things were like positive for me. For example, 2 pieces of documentation was written by me, which helped me later to receive green card actually. Because to prove this like talent visa, first and then
Yeah.
green card, you need to show some stuff. And I just realized that a lot of links to this part of documentation and all the trails, because it's open source, it's all in emails, there are archives. So it was
It's
easy
true.
for me to prove authorities that many people cite, like quote my work, right?
Right.
Because
Cited.
they quote documentation of XML, and so it was funny. Yeah, and I'm very grateful to like Peter first of all and others. Super grateful for support. It was great experience in overall. I must admit, like this is just my like inner problem that I felt like imposter syndrome and difficulty with C coding and so on. Anyway,
Like,
But
you
post
can
that's
look.
confusion.
great for the future mentors to hear. You thanked your mentor. I'm just going to real quick thank Google for coming up with Google Summer of Code. I went to
Yeah,
college before Google existed, right?
yeah.
So this was not an option for me. And I would have loved something like this while I was at university or something just to tack onto my resume. Back to you, Andre. I'm sorry I cut you off.
I just wanted to add a little like idea that like you say that like Peter spent a lot of time, but actually like someone who is already in a project spent reasonable amount of time to get you into Postgres, and Postgres got from you a lot in following 20 years. You contributed to the project insane amount of like useful stuff
Ideas,
later.
energy, advocation for Postgres.
Well, thank you. Stop. Anyway, like I
No
wanted to
longer
say
imposter.
thank you so much. Thank you. I wanted to say it was great experience and great. This is great program, and I'm happy it still exists. And also, like as I mentioned last time, my first startup was affected because guys inside startup thought it's a HR program, and Google tries to hire you, but it's not so. It's pure like support of open source. It's a good thing to have, right? So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm going to share my screen if you'll let me. These
uh,
are what's open for the Google Summer
right.
of Code stuff that we were talking about for future things. Go
Last
ahead.
time we discussed old ideas, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So last time we discussed old ideas. These are some of the things that have not been fully implemented. Returning for DDL. Now I'm not sure, how much and the level of, for DML, there's a lot, and that's great. For DDL, this ought to be interesting. Could be. Simulated annealing for the query optimizer. Uh, that's pretty heavy. Join removal based on foreign key constraints, and that's kind of there's a few in here for that. The parallel gist index build, gist bulk loading. Which ones? Any of these you like? Why don't you take a chance,
I like
Andre?
I
Yeah,
like fifths because no, not
number
bulk
five.
loading, parallel gist.
Number four.
Parallel
Good.
gist, yeah. Currently, we have parallel gin, build, and it works actually faster, much faster than sequential build. And Postgres folks asked several times if we can do this for gist, and I think we can. I made current index build for gist, and I think it's totally possible to parallelize it. It just need work, and I want to do it, but I don't have time for it. And I reasonably in next 5 years I won't get it done unless some student or
Someone picks
contributor
it
will
up.
do it. Yes. And
Good.
previous one sounded like hackish and interesting. Like third topic, join removal. It's something in
Planner.
yes, in the planner. And the idea is that the Google Summer of Code is interesting to Postgres is not because we need these features, but because we need expertise. We need new hackers who knows how it works. And this area actually needs like in biggest need for new minds.
The planner
That-
optimizer.
So the main outcome of this project would be not the feature itself, but a new mind that wants to work on these problems and know how to do it.
Yeah, actually, maybe it's a good time also because if there are people who worked with other databases and like MySQL or something. But question is, they should be students as well if we talk about Google Summer Code. No.
These days, if you pretend to earn monies from Google, you have to be student.
Mhm.
If you are just want to be enrolled in
free.
a program for free,
So
I
there are
might
no
be
limits.
getting rules wrong. Yes,
Okay.
but now they don't call workers students. They call it contributors.
Hmm.
And I think in some cases they pay contributors who are not students. But still, it's like expected that someone is working like 8 hours a day or something like that, or 40 hours a week.
Awesome. So I've added 3 and 4 to the list. Okay. For the ones we want to make sure. Now we pulled these out of the Google Summer of Code. They already exist there, correct? This is what created this, right? So 3 and 4 we grabbed, and then I had a couple notes I had written down while we were talking earlier. Andre, let's go through the rest of these and see what else we like that we'd want to push on a little bit. Even if it means we have to be the mentors. I backed away from the, sorry, I'm doing that with the screen, the gist bulk loading API. I backed away from that. Per database toast slicing strategies. I'm not sure. Talk to me.
Sure, the tape. I was a mentor for similar project in 2018. It was kind of successful that we managed to have small commits that, like, when you are detoasting a big chunk of data, and if you are issuing substring or some functions that can be executed without the whole string, without a whole array, you don't have to extract all data. You just will pick a prefix and work on this. So this toasting and slicing stuff could actually improve many workloads. Like, for example, when you're grabbing a JSON object and want to access some key, and you found already that key, you don't have to extract all other data from this. That's interesting project. I'm not sure it's formulated correctly. It sounds unfamiliar to me, but this is useful. We can enhance JSON support in many ways.
Yeah, I have a question. So first of all, I checked the rules. So you're right. There is a concept of GSoC student and GSoC contributor. So student is who actual student, and I guess they receive money, and contributor can be anyone. Both need to be 18 years old at least. 18 years old. So the age matters unfortunately, before 18, not possible. So I have a question. So what are we doing right now? Selecting some ideas. Can
Yeah,
students
I've
come
got
with
3 of
their own
them.
idea?
And then we have 2 of our own ideas that we talked about earlier. We could do the, remember the locking problem on PG stat statements and the observer effect, how it helps
Right.
trigger the locking problem? That was something we mentioned that might go into
Right.
here, earlier. And then we also, I was pushing on maybe dealing with the materialized views,
Yeah,
and
it's a big
pushing
deal.
that
Yeah.
in would be
Yeah.
a nice one to add
Big
here.
project. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also there is a weight event gap analysis and a lot of gaps to close, which would be
Oh,
great
The
project,
thing
right?
is, if we propose a topic for student to work on, we won't be able to work on it. So
Ourselves.
yes, so
It's interesting.
don't choose topics that you want right now to work on. Just work
Well,
on
my
them.
weight event gap analysis, it's like it's a range of things, right? So, but yeah, you are right. I understand. Uh, so how does it work? Can you explain, Andrei? The list of topics should be proposed by Postgres project, or how does it
Yes,
work?
these are project ideas with backend mentors who can help students start. And
Who
then
chooses
later,
mentors?
mentors propose project ideas.
Okay, mentors propose. Sure.
Then student formulate their project proposals.
Details.
They can be entirely different. They can propose something that they want
I
or
see.
whatever. And then they can look to your proposal and decide that I think you can mentor this project and ask us if we will mentor this project.
I see.
Uh,
Who chooses mentors? How's it organized?
and then there is a project matching. So based on quality of student proposals, Google decides how many slots project get. And then mentors agree to mentor some project idea and some student and contributor. And then the contributor acknowledges this proposal, and then this is the project that will be actually executed. So there is a multi-step project, a multi-step process, and it starts with ideas. And what we propose now is only ideas that might help students to understand where will they start. But
Like
they will have to do their research anyway.
like thought-provoking list, but not like strict list, right?
Yeah, so it must be simple enough. I'm looking to description made by AI about the testing, and I do not understand it. And if I do not understand it,
Yeah.
chances for a student are, well, they are non-zero, but not one.
Right. So, and we could do some of this by making some of these maybe suggesting better or alternative, better defined projects. Okay, cool. I've got a small list still. I just let me rip through to see how big this list is. Okay, good. Those are ideas that, so we're only going to 12 here, and we're on 7 and 8. Regression test coverage improvements. Are we interested in that? The Perl, the tap test, adding to here? If we're not, that's okay.
The
But
project is good for a new hacker because it will force them to dig into details that are not tested. And they will know much more about Postgres after this project. And also this project is easy to reason about. Like you know what is tested, you know what is not tested, uncovered bug, and so all they need to do is like connect.
yeah, okay. I added that to our short list here. I don't understand the am check. I don't even know what's am check.
This is a corruption check tool.
Corruption check. Okay.
Access method check. Yeah.
Ah,
It's how you can find corruption in B-tree and since recently other types, right?
Mm-hmm. It's
all right.
interesting that LLM doesn't know that Gene is committed into Postgres 18. But
Yeah,
anyway.
poor work.
All right.
Uh,
Alter table set logged, unlogged performance. What's this?
when you are converting unlogged table into logged, you effectively create a new table. Probably you can just log existing table. This project requires deep understanding of MVCC, at least at the end of a project. Probably there is not so much of stuff, but it is the scene matters. Like it's difficult to reason about this visibility ideas and MVCC safe and MVCC unsafe operations. But LLMs and could help, and we can help. So this is project that seems small, but actually is very difficult. I don't know.
Okay. Well, this
We
one
can-
is, yeah, I mean, this is already recommended in the system though, right? These are the ones that are already there. So, let's hit the last two, but what's interesting about setting logged and unlogged tables, we now use unlogged tables as a replacement for global temporary tables. And when we use them as build tables, where we build a bunch of data in and then we crunch it out and then we put it somewhere else. So that's how we use unlogged tables in our current system. If we have to restart because the database crashes, it's okay. We'll restart, the process will kick off again. I understand the nuance you're talking about. This is very nuanced because if you take a currently unlogged table and you say, hey, I want to log this stuff now, this has to get all of this table into the wall file, okay, because
Mhm.
none of it's there right now. Not only that, it has to actually transact it for the transaction that sets it as logged in such a way that it fills in the MVCC stuff, which may not be set. Currently, I don't know what that nuance was, but there is that kind of information that's potentially not set. Although my view is you would just freeze the table like a vacuum freeze does at whatever current transaction when you actually mark the table. That's my shortcut in my brain. And then the table is effectively, vacuum frozen at its current state. But we're then going to have to dump that entire table into the wall, right? So that it can be recovered.
Yeah, the general concept is correct, except vacuum freeze doesn't lock a table. You can update actually a table that is vacuum freeze. You meant vacuum full is
Okay.
preventing modification of a table.
Yeah, the vacuum full would prevent the modification, but my thought process was instead of updating all of the transaction IDs and on the MVCC level for saying what's visible, what's not visible, at the point you log the table, just treat it as though everything's visible from this point forward. But that's not correct. And I get it now. There's a ton of nuance because it was created with MVCC, despite the fact it's not wall logged.
I think you can make table logged without huge locks. It's just a matter of like reasoning about locking protocols. Well, things that we like.
Right. Okay. So that's interesting. I penciled that one down as an option. Number 10, next up, 10 global temporary tables. This is interesting.
11. It's 11.
Oh, that's 11. I apologize. Thank you. 11 global temporary tables. I was a big fan of these in the Oracle world. We used them all over the place. We had views that were linked to temporary tables, which was just fabulous stuff for us in some ways, right?
Yeah.
But I understand the nightmare that this creates, especially based on Postgres. One of the thoughts I had about temporary tables in Oracle, or not in Oracle, in Postgres for global temporary tables was to kind of cheat and use a session, you're going to laugh, a session-based partition table where the definition is like the root partition, and then every session gets its own partition table and the same kind of row selection that we can allow for security reasons. We force that when it's a temporary table, it automatically selects only from that session's partition. But this is interesting stuff. I'm glad it's already in there. I don't know if we have to do much. Anyways, but I see that personally. I find this one interesting.
Yeah, let's
Although,
start it.
okay,
There are
Because
versions with this already. There are commercial forks that implemented. We have to make it free.
right. That's good.
and
Good.
and that creates that same problem that autonomous transaction does. The minute we support one design style, the people who chose a different one are just going to hate us because they're going to have to support both
But
ways.
this is needed, right? So people need this.
Yeah. This
You
is
mean, do people need
These
autonomous
features,
transactions?
autonomous
Or
transactions, global temporary tables.
the problem with autonomous transactions actually is that no one showed up in a thread and stayed anything, any use case besides login. So the
You-
best thing that we can do for autonomous transaction is just come up with another use cases.
Well, there are a lot of cases right now where Postgres is communicating with external world.
right.
And for example, Supabase has a lot of stuff like this. And so I remember Temba before they closed also. Well, for example, this extension timescale has, right, which talks to LLM. And if I inserted some big text to my table, I want vector to be created asynchronously because insert will be, or for example, I want TS vector to be created asynchronously, so my insert is fast, but reliably, right, in separate transaction, right? So some heavy work, I want to like offload it so user doesn't wait.
Absolutely.
So
Make sense?
In our world, we
yes,
used to do email
Yes.
SMTP right out of Oracle. We
Right
stopped
now,
that, but we did it autonomously.
yeah, yeah.
SMTP
Right now,
is a long wait. Go ahead.
right now it's like it's nightmare. You need some external queue system, or you need some PG cron to be involved and wait up to 1 second. It's great that PG cron supports per second precision for scheduling, but still it's
yeah.
not
So
convenient.
you have this.
Or
What is needed to this
a
feature
lot.
happen.
Or for example, we want to issue something to WebSockets reliably with some retries if it doesn't work, but our transaction needs to be committed. There are many cases here.
Yeah.
So
I just didn't know about any of this, and
very strange.
when I was asked, like, some drive-by reviewer asked, like, do you know any use case for this patch? And I said,
any asynchronous work.
I didn't know about it. We can join the thread and say that it's
So-
needed.
So then,
There is good
So
patch about it.
the number one thing we use it for, aside from logging, listen, we use it to log stuff. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But here's something else we do in our exception handling. Okay. If a bigger process is going to blow up, I not only log, but I create an email that goes to IT because that's going to blow up. And at the same time, I need to commit that because our email table, we send too many emails. So we just insert to a table that a job queue processes externally. But I can't commit that. Now, in our world, we opted for PG background. Okay. So we currently use PG background to do our autonomous commits. I didn't like the foreign data wrapper approach. Okay. And the PG background works. It has limitations. We had to add a bunch of process capabilities, right? Increase some numbers to make sure it would run. And if we got a cascading error, whatever, but
I have one more
yeah, this is
example.
powerful.
I think Postgres will move with effort by many companies, including my own, will move to self-driving state, taking care of itself more. For example, if we see that index should be rebuilt, it shouldn't be some external stuff. We should decide in some check, which is periodical, and say, okay, index should be rebuilt. But right now, you cannot issue create index concurrently from transaction, basically, right? Right now, you need DB link Postgres FDW like to connect to yourself. It's ridiculous. I just want to schedule reindexing for this particular index. Let me do it, or vacuum, or anything like this, which doesn't, which cannot be included to transaction block. Right?
We call vacuum analyze in a procedure using the PG background piece where we literally pause our procedure and we call the PG background version to analyze our core table because we need to catch it about 500,000 rows before the auto vacuum tries because we pound on that table so heavy that 80% of the auto vacuums that start are all aborted. So auto vacuum will start, but we're constant. I have the logic. My logic can sit there and wait for the vacuum to finish. By the way, one of the things I'd like to add, can we add an auto vacuum command that creates something that tells it to prioritize this on the auto vacuum now and we'll wait for it?
Oh, it's a big topic. Auto vacuum logic is, many people want.
Prioritizing auto vacuum over other processes certainly is doable.
No, right now, first of all, we have from some guys we have a report which tables will be next by auto vacuum to process by like auto vacuum queue report. It's quite old stuff. It's interesting report, but how does it choose next table? And do you have influence? You don't have influence.
And if I could have a way to say, listen, this is a priority auto vacuum. I want you to auto vacuum this either now or next. And by the way, I want to sit back and wait for it. I want to wait for it.
It's a different topic. Auto vacuum logic is a different topic, and I think many ideas there, and logic is old right now, and yeah. We usually, as consultants, we usually say, get rid of any custom logic and just tune. But I must admit, there are cases when we want custom logic sometimes.
Yeah, and God bless auto vacuum and auto freeze. Yeah. Bless the fact that they work as well as they work. I'll be honest. Okay. Auto freezing, I've not had a problem yet, even though we would have cycled twice already.
Yeah, there are several companies who were bitten by last year, and in Postgres 19 it's committed already, right? A multi-exact members 20 gigabytes limit. And
all right.
Yeah, it's a different topic.
I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Andre, do you want to share your screen?
1 second. We have chat activity. Jim Jones joined. Hello, Jim. And I noticed you joined also our Telegram group. I will post those who didn't join our Telegram group. Please do. This is where we discuss things. Can you share one more time number 11? Because there's a comment from Jim Jones that this idea number 11.
Oh, good. Let me reshare that screen then. Sorry.
Yeah, it was this idea. Similar thing was proposed by Pavel Shtechel, schema variables, but it's now 39 commit fests old. I remember that idea. I thought it's actually done somehow.
Oh, just a second.
Yeah,
trying to share the right screen here.
Anyway, this is about global temporary tables, so maybe it's already obvious. Yeah. So.
All right.
39 commit fests, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
And it was proposed by a committer who can commit it at any time.
So something was wrong, right?
Hold it. Just a second. These are schema variables?
No. It's if you check number 11 about global temporary tables.
Global temporary table.
Yeah.
But there is
alternative idea. Yeah.
Yes.
Schema variables. Yeah.
Okay.
So So basically, alternative to achieve similar goals. Okay. What's next? There are some ideas. I saw the deadline is February 3rd, right? For ideas collection and proposal to Google.
I think we can place them right now. Why wait February?
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to understand how much time.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
there is some time.
I'm going to make a list here. We had number 3 off of that list, number 4, number 6 we liked, and then we had a couple we were going to consider adding.
So
Would you guys?
now we must convert these ideas to project templates and put it on a wiki. We can do it by hands, or we can vibe code it, or what?
And double check, right?
And the
Double check, why check?
what is it? PG stat statements blocking observer effect. I could be sharing the screen I'm typing into just to get stuff on this screen. And then I can paste it into the comments just so that can drive Andre if Andre's pulling up the other screen.
Well, actually, I had a question. Who is program or admin from Postgres?
If Kirk will send me projects that we have picked up, I can. So the question was, who is project admin? Or
administrator, right? And I see the answer on Wiki.
I think Jasper and Pavlo.
Pavlo Golub and Jasper Pedersen, right? That's
Yes.
great. Yeah, that's cool.
I put it in Teams or not Teams, Telegram, but I left off the names. I just put the numbers. I'll go fill the names in and give that back to you again. Okay. But that should get you started.
Numbers are fine. I will use it. Numbers.
There's a separate page for this year on Postgres
Yes,
Wiki.
this page is just for this year. So.
And there are already like around 10 mentors listed.
Yes, there are a lot of projects, and we will add.
That's great.
6 more or so. So the students will have something
Well,
to
what
choose
happens
from.
to the old ones? Because some of these,
yeah,
what happens to like the ones with numbers were on the previous? Do they get carried forward or just dropped?
They were dropped. Like project ideas have to have mentors.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so
orphan ideas.
Yes, we can try an easy way and use AI. What do you think? Or
let's do it easy way or hard way. If easy way doesn't work.
Okay, so let's. Okay, so. Oops. I don't know what I changed.
So 2 days ago, the window opened. I'm just trying to understand where we are right now. January 19, this window opened when we can submit ideas and.
I want to add several Google Summer of Code project ideas. Here, I want to. So what I want? I want to take these numbers.
Grab my other list I posted in because the numbers. Yeah, the numbers are related to the GitHub. So make sure you give it the GitHub link if you just
Yes, I will copy everything from GitHub to my prompt.
Okay.
So I don't have to fetch.
Do you include the idea of B3 merge or no?
Yes.
Why not, right?
Why not? But this chat is unaware of this idea.
Right.
Yeah. One at a time. B3 merge might work. That's a good one.
I will find I have a lot of Postgreses. That Postgres was called Postgres bloat. And here we had a chat. Where is it?
And also await event gaps. I will send you short text to include it as well.
But then you're not supposed to work on wait event gaps.
I'm okay with
So
it.
Okay.
this is a tab that knows what is project what is page merging about. So
Okay,
let's
good.
just work
We can
in
do that
this
one
tab.
separately, or however.
So I want and also include page merge as a project 2.
Two. Two. Okay.
2, yes. And Kirk also proposed monitoring enhancement for GStat statements.
Yeah, for the locking observer effect.
And also
There is idea of sampling. I think there was some progress in there.
projects
Maybe something was
about
proposed. I think.
improving logs of GStat statements. Logs and per.
Actually, there is a thread from Ilya Yevdokimov about sample rate added to PGSoC statements, but I'm not sure it was finished. We need to double check that, right? Alexander Korakov and Andrei Borodin participated in that thread.
Yeah, really? Who is it?
Yeah, and the last message April 2025, so almost 1 year ago.
Been a while.
Been a while,
Just a
right?
year. Next, I'll paste a project template.
But don't forget my idea as
other-
well. Wait event gaps.
Which
I sent
Wait events?
wait event gaps, and I sent it in Telegram.
So you want to propose it as Google Summer of Code 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I have couple of threads pending. I need to finish them, but whole other list I can yield to anyone else. Actually,
And
I originally thought this is a good place to start. Bring like a lot of observability pieces, and yeah, it's not super difficult and so on. I have a question. Since I see
Yes.
Pavlo Golub, I remember, and you also did this with LG, and Pavlo did with PG Watch. So like adjacent project proposals. Is it the same this year, or because now we focus only on the core?
The thing is, there is already a bunch of adjacent projects, but here are no core projects at all. That's why I'm worried. That's why we are talking about core projects.
That's significant detail, actually.
Yes, there is a lot of adjacent projects and no core projects.
It's like all of them are under umbrella of Postgres here, right?
Yeah, and that projects are great too. But
yeah,
this program gives us new hackers.
We need to plant seeds and water the seeds of new hackers so they grow.
Right.
You're going to tell it a text file for each?
I think I will just hit edit button, copy everything that's there.
You could just give it a link.
And
LAK, perfect. Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Do you think the link will work better or just a copy? Okay.
I think what will work. You already fixed to Opus 4.5. That's great. I wanted to notice auto is not a great idea. And also, why? Like, is it new chat or no?
This is the chat about B3. So this chat is aware about the project about B3.
I would take summary on the summary from there because otherwise it will be super biased towards on this idea. I see you almost finished your context window, so like right now all the context is spammed by B3 topic. But you should give it only one
it
paragraph.
is smart
Do
thing. It will
a
understand.
copy and paste of your prompt in case you need to redo it. And
So
give it a different
imagine developer who worked on something for a month and now you bring more ideas. That developer still thinks about that project too much. This is what will happen right now. But okay, let's see.
Okay, so copy it or just
Yeah, copy and paste it somewhere else just to save it. Right. In case you need to redo it, the prompt as a under a different summarized version. All right. I guess did you submit it?
yes. It's thinking.
It's reapplying 1 month of bloat work first. So I didn't notice, but with Windows 11, this new camera does this auto zoom and auto center feature. So it keeps zooming, which is great, but every now and again I see myself shift in the screen.
Yeah, my course did it some time ago as well. I didn't know about this PG exporter project. I see it's listed in the list of adjacent projects on this page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one more Prometheus exporter for Postgres. I'm curious what's behind it.
I'm almost sure that it will hallucinate links. Like it usually hallucinates links.
Jasper Pedersen is driving that project. So we have two folks who are working on observability tools, monitoring tools, who who are administrators right now for Google Summer Code. That's interesting. It means actually if there are ideas like Kirk mentioned about observer effect, it should resonate also, right? That because it's close to monitoring. Yeah.
It's generating a lot of text. Like it's text model. That's what it
Look at this. It's writing Markdown in TXT file.
This is the wiki, and probably it's in Markdown.
Yeah, it's Markdown for sure. I'm just saying that it should use .md extension for file extension, right?
Maybe I asked for text file. That's why I decided, okay, let's make it text file.
We can read Markdown with our own eyes, no problem.
Let's check what we have. Should I click keep button?
If it was MD, we could. It doesn't matter. Let's just read or something.
There is a lot of texts. Do we plan to?
Somebody needs to read it right before we put it somewhere. Well, I don't know.
This project is difficult to validate online.
Yeah.
And also it works.
Well,
so we
I don't know. I would consider draft committed somewhere before we put it to wiki and check additionally, right?
So
Yeah.
we can create an empty page.
Yeah. Yeah.
How it is done here. Here is my user page.
Create. Uh-huh.
Creating.
And paste it there.
Oh yeah, we'll just paste it
Is
here.
it creating user? What? Okay.
And then save the
Show
page.
preview.
Oh, there you go.
Well, it looks relevant.
AI Copilot for what? I didn't see this.
Where?
I saw AI Copilot somewhere in the middle of ideas. Let me. Yeah, for PG Watch. Implement AI Copilot
Oh.
for PG Watch. It's Paolo wanting AI around PG Watch. Okay, good. It's a good
Okay.
project, by the way. Yeah.
So project description focuses on join removing. Removing parent table when it's not selected. Well, I'm not sure. I think this project we have to show first to some optimizer hackers and ask if it's still relevant. Let's skip it for now.
Okay.
And it puts Nick everywhere as primary.
Yeah, this is not what I want.
Yes, you can search
So
and
we will.
replace those.
Okay. I doubt about parallel B3 because I couldn't find it in code. But I think it's not a problem if we say that it is there. I think it's only sorting that is parallelized, not an index build. But I might be wrong.
Want to check? Or
If you know how to check it,
can you repeat the question?
Does
uh,
PostgreSQL 18 support parallel builds for B-tree?
but
Okay,
any
give me a
version
couple.
just
Yeah,
does
give me a couple of
parallelize
minutes.
B3 build.
Well, I know it does, but okay, I remember it does actually because there are
Okay,
max
so
parallel workers for
yes,
max parallel maintenance workers, and this is where we use them to parallelize B3 build.
it's in PG11 and later where create index can
Yeah,
use multiple
yeah.
workers.
I don't need to check. I remember this. It's 2 workers by default, as I remember, right?
Okay,
What I don't remember, maintenance work mem, is it shared or it's per worker? I think per
it's per
worker.
worker.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it means that this is what I always concerned. Like we have OM recently, multiple clients suffer from out of memory, and this is where I think, okay, maybe you give too much to and build indexes too often and so on. Yeah.
Well, requiring familiarity with parallel query infrastructure. I think they will gain it.
Exactly.
But,
Like it should. Why it's a requirement? It will repel people.
okay, so
What a language? Primary backup. It's DBA language, right?
it's how it is formulated in like during project
Should be primary and
selection.
standby, not primary and backup.
Let's make
Standby is not backup. Okay.
primary everywhere. Also, what was the case? Where is it? Where is it? Like, is not a requirement. Contributors will gain it by implementing projects. Was it correct? Window. I have numerous cursors and all with Postgres, just different Postgres folders and numerous chats. And
By the way, everyone should start using Git work trees. You don't use it, right?
I use Git. I
Right.
know how to use branches.
There is
But
work
I-
trees feature, old one, inside Git. It allows you to basically to work in parallel inside one. You do Git clone once, and you can work in parallel in multiple branches. Because
So I can use this sophisticated feature to save some space on my drive.
yeah,
Yes.
copy and write file level.
But I have a big drive. Why bother?
Uh,
Spoken like an American. That's not Bill Gates's attitude.
it's to recycle what you have. Green energy.
640K. That's all we need. No one will ever need more memory than 640K.
Yeah.
Well, it is removing C now.
We have in our observability tooling we have export of query column from PG statements. And recently I saw it was cut to 32K or something, 16K. I said it's not enough. People write huge queries these days. So we set limit to 640K with comment 640K should be enough for everyone. It should be in some source code in PostgreSCI tool in monitoring. So yeah.
We have two funny messages like that over the years. At my first job, we had a foreign student write the error message, and we never ran into it until after they left. And the error message was, maybe you know run on right system. And with the question mark to continue. But it was just fabulous because it only came up if you ran it on the wrong system. So this was good. And then the other one was a buddy used Houston. We have a problem from the
Yeah.
Apollo 13. Anyways, and we were installing the software in Texas. And all of a sudden we hit that error and it came up and said, Houston, we have a problem. And
Yeah.
this generated more questions about who's in Houston. So
Right. Too close to home, right?
too close to home.
I'm afraid these numbers are inaccurate. So we can say it's from something to something, but I don't know current coverage.
Yeah, it should actually be just to increase the current coverage. At this point, is it best to put the finishing touches in manually instead of trying to get a generative AI to make edits? And I'm not sure. It
So
did the big ones.
what I didn't get it. So what to do? Paste it there or do we edit it now?
I would say if it's close, if it's 80%, 90%, paste it there so we don't lose anybody else's edits. Okay, we get all of ours in there, and then we can divide up the work. I can take a chunk of them, right? You can do the first 5, I'll do the next 5, whatever. and then we can get through all of them without it all being your work. If you keep it where you got it, it's all on you because I can't edit.
Do we
your
have
read.
wait event gaps among ideas? Or no?
Let's add wait event gaps, but say where do you have a link for this?
Yes, I send it in Telegram. You can just copy paste this snippet. That's it.
This?
Yeah.
Um,
Or I could add myself on those also.
So add a project about wait events. Okay, let's paste it to wiki. And see how it looks. Wait event coverage. Oh, skills needed. Performance analysis. Well, sounds cool. Okay.
Do we think the difficulty level is really moderate, or is it easier than that?
I have also an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a simple idea. It's not hacking. No.
So difficulty level is like you have to understand what is performance. You have to understand like anything involving C cannot be easy.
Easy. Okay. Good. That
Yeah.
because I wouldn't rate this higher than moderate, that's for sure. The question was, okay, how much work will this be? So, and and thinking about it, but
Well, another idea I had, RDS had or has this RDS memory allocation guard. You know this? It's protection from out of memory. So if so right now Postgres just crashes fully.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of that, we could terminate some session.
If allocation was in a backend, yes. But if allocation was in checkpointer,
right,
we cannot terminate it.
Yes, but well, still something can be improved in this area instead of crashing fully. It happens.
Okay, so
okay, more ideas can be done later.
Yeah, we can add that back in and talk about it next week, and we can add that in. We have a little bit of time still. I really want to get this to the next level so that we can help clean this up.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
I think I'm just afraid that like next week maybe we could do it shorter.
Now?
Like not right now. I mean in few days and paste it to wiki.
Yeah, asynchronously. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. But can we get this in? Can we get this in pretty soon? So that we can help edit this and clean up some of those pieces.
Yeah. But you need wiki editor access.
Oh, who has that?
I have it.
I can send a request to add Kirk, but probably you can send it. You can ask yourself on a mailing list.
Yeah. You just register there. It's like so-called community account, and just ask.
I just do not remember which one. PG Web.
It should be the same. Like it should be shared. There is like, so you need to go to postgresql.org and register there. There is like something like.
Yeah, it tells me how to get the permissions. I just looked it up.
Good. So I have I have a few more ideas. Should we also like include them or no? I can add myself.
Yes. And
for example,
actually we could like invite everyone from a chat also to
Right.
edit these ideas.
Yeah, so the only problem is like some ideas are quite small and all the work is just to convince that it's needed. For example, I'm pretty sure we need to revisit QPS and PGStat database. It only has TPS, exact commit and exact rollback, but not QPS statements.
Maybe you can formulate a project like
better observability at higher level.
yes.
Because, for example, I want also wall metrics in PGStat, all tables, PGStat database as well, highest level, right? Wall metrics, and it doesn't exist
Like
yet.
make a
Yeah.
project, new metrics, better metrics.
Maybe unification of metrics. And the biggest problem will be to convince that observer effect is not huge or something like this, measure it, benchmark, and so on. Because to do it, implementation is trivial actually itself. But then you
Everything
need to
is
convince.
trivial until it's not trivial.
Yeah, like Bitremerge, right?
Yeah, exactly. A good example. So
Good,
this is a page. It currently goes under my name, but probably anyone can edit it.
So
I
idea
think
is
so.
couple of days we accumulate ideas and then just merge them to the main doc.
Yes, and then we paste it here.
Cool. Some
Yeah.
meta work here, right? Instead of just work.
Yeah, and if we will have a lot of students who are working on much more AIs who are working on Postgres.
Yeah, we
Well,
still we offline we discussed that we should probably think about some document guidance how to use AI in a good way for hacking, right? What to do, what not to do. We're still trying to figure out ourselves, but I'm inspired how Andrei is using AI, because if Andrei is using AI, we also can, right?
of course. Yeah, and with AI, we will have a lot of vacations, probably.
No, unfortunately, since the end of December, I noticed I work much more again, much more, because like, oh, it's possible, everything is possible, let's do, and it's like infinite loop.
But you was talking that you think that a vacation would be good. That's like
Well, no, it's there's no contradiction here. My idea is that right now we're working too much, trying to achieve a lot of stuff with imperfect tooling.
mhm.
And if you tried it this 1 year ago, you would be uh, disappointed much faster. But now it feels like it's almost there, and you keep like like hamster in a wheel.
Yep. Then this
My
is
idea is
called the
like
horizon. The
my
horizon.
idea is like stop, have a 1 year vacation, and return fresh, charged with a lot of ideas, and use better tooling, which will be more reliable and better quality and so on.
I
Maybe
have to 100% agree with the idea of getting your list of ideas in order and actually prioritizing them. Okay, and that's got to be 90%. Is get the list, because right now everything is possible, and that's what makes it impossible to do everything.
Yeah, for example, there is a laptop here which is running already 15 hours, accomplishing some big task. 15 hours.
so with these new tools, we will have to work on our discipline, and this is this discipline to get rest, to get a vacation
Yes.
in
Yes.
time, not too late.
Yes.
Which reminds me, I'm going on vacation the first 2 weeks of February, guys, so I won't be here.
I'm flying to Japan in
That's where I'm going. I'm going to Japan the first 2
yeah,
weeks
we
of
discussed
February.
it. I'm flying February 18 for only a week.
I'll wave
No,
as I come back.
sounds good. Sounds good.
We'll pass each other. Awesome. Hey,
Cool.
great session. Good stuff, everybody.
Meta session.
We're a bit over on time, but we got a lot done, and I requested my access to the wiki. So Andre, just share the link to your page so I can see it. and hopefully I'll be able to edit it and help you out.
So by the end of this week, we will merge, right?
Yep.
Couple of days.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Great.
Okay, thank you everyone, and